Yard Haunt update.
Welcome back, guys. Today we made some massive updates, and I cannot wait to show you here. So we have the skeleton sacrifice all set up. Got the lights on him. Not 100% sure if I want to keep this light, but it is illuminating the whole side of the house, which is really cool though. Not sure if I'm going to keep that there the whole time. I really like to have him lit up. Next we have all of the fencing, as you guys have seen me do all day long. Looks pretty cool. I'm digging it. Looks good at night. And I know I was telling you guys I want to go down farther, so here we go. This should keep the people out of here. Got all the white fencing up. We were able to do quite a bit today, and I'm pretty happy about that. Right now, currently, I don't know what's going on here. I put all brand new batteries in, and either the timer is off on it or something's up with this one. So I'll have to tear that apart tomorrow and check on that. It's nothing major. I know it's just something small. I bet you the timer's just messed up. We just got to get them in sync. It's that time of year. We got to work the kinks out as we go. We got all this fencing right here. So now I have to walk all the way down and around to get in here to show you guys stuff now. Hey, which is fine. We have all this room for activities this year. And I can stand all the way in this corner. And I can stand all the way back here in this corner. And we can put lights, and another animatronic can go here. I'm pretty excited about that. Then we got the Home Depot Tombstone. I hollowed this one out. And well, it's already hollowed, but I cut a bigger hole in it, and it actually covers my wellhead. So I always look for a tombstone to sit in front of it to cover it, because that is a pretty big eyesore. So this tombstone is actually perfect. So now I don't have to try and cover it up. I just put that right over top of it, which is really cool. And then we have Miserable Marie set up here. We got a green floodlight on her for now. I was also thinking to cut this out, and then I can hide that light inside there, but I don't really want to mess with cutting the tombstones up too much. But we have these big tombstones out here today. These are just the foam ones, I think from Lowe's or Home Depot a few years ago. But we have this guy out. Oh no, his arm's laid over. But we had him up to where he was like waving, but I think the tab inside there broke. That's fine. Whatever. Like I said, we got to work the kinks out of everything. Get all these old decorations out. Sometimes they need reworked. We have the skeleton horse up. We have the 12-foot skeleton. Still haven't plugged his head mechanism in. I can get a cord one of these days here and run a new extension cord up there, make sure his head's on. But for right now, I'm trying to make sure I have enough extension cords to plug everything else in. So I will get one eventually ran to him. Over here we have the other Home Depot tombstone. This is the one that's pretty highly sought after. We have the skeletons carrying the coffin sitting up here. We have the boogeyman. And here we have the Lowe's werewolf. I always put this guy out here, so I just think he always looks really cool, just kind of greeting you here at the front. And I was not going to use him this year, but I decided he was already down, he was already out, put together, might as well. And he's always been outside, so he's a good addition. I love this dude. And next we have all of our 80s slashers. Up here on the porch, we have Jason, Michael, and Freddy. I'll come down here for a better view. Here we got Freddy, Michael, and Jason. Got our skeleton up there, close-up shot of the boogeyman. And over here, we have Ghostface, which is just a costume I threw on a mannequin, so cut me some slack here. It's definitely not movie quality, but I wasn't spending the money to buy a Ghostface prop that actually looked half decent, and from where he is right now, he looks fine. Then here we have Pretty Woman Leatherface, so we have all of the 80s slashers. And then over here We have our bat skeleton from Home Depot. We're gonna see how he holds up for a while, and if he doesn't do well, we'll go ahead and change him out. Go ahead and give you a shot from the road. Got all our fencing up. There's so much room for activities right now. We got tons of space to play with this year, and we're gonna utilize every inch of it. It's really cool to see this starting to come together. In the coming weeks, we'll get more animatronics out here. This is a daily thing. I will sit here and work on this every single day, all the way up until trick-or-treat time. So we will get more and more stuff every single day. Obviously, I gotta work on lighting. I gotta get that light fixed. And we gotta get more extension cords ran out here, more lights, more floodlights, more spotlights. We're gonna get this lit up. Like I was saying earlier to one of my friends, that this is probably the most hardest part and most stressful part, is the initial setup, which is running all the cords, running all the lighting, figuring out where you want stuff, because I don't plan anything out. I always just wing it, and I kind of go off of what I've done in the previous years of setting everything up. So I usually try and put everything kind of in the similar spots. I will change it up every now and then and add new things. Obviously, I'm gonna need to run more extension cords over here to this corner and animatronics, so I'll probably have 2 more animatronics there. And we got to figure out where to put all these tombstones, because I have a bunch of them, and we got grave diggers galore to put over here, and we're gonna put them on both sides, so everything's gonna be just jam-packed full of graveyard theme. Zombies, obviously the only thing that's not really fitting the graveyard theme is this wolf, but werewolves could be in graveyards too, right? But I would have to say the hardest part right now is this initial setup, just because you got to figure out where all your cords are going, make sure you have enough plugs to hit everything that you think you might want to use. That's the hard part, is you got to try to plan ahead when you're laying things out and try to get your main footprint. So eventually there's going to be cords laying everywhere around here, and normally I don't have this set up this much this early. So usually I get a couple more yard mows in, and yeah, so that's going to be a little rough. We'll probably definitely gonna have an issue with the mowing for a while. So we won't be mowing the front yard anymore now that there's cords ran. I don't want to mow over or weed eat any of my extension cords. That stuff is really expensive. So I'll go ahead, since we're making this a graveyard, we're gonna leave the grass really long and let it get nice and raggedy. Get my extension cords out here as soon as possible. That way they get all overgrown and you don't see them anymore. But as time goes on, we'll add more stuff. We'll add new lighting. I'm actually looking to purchase a bunch more lights so we can get this really lit up. Different colors. I love using the different colors. I know my neighbor down the road, they use mostly white lighting. Actually, I think they use all white lights. I like to use the colors. I like to change it up. I like the creepy, colorful stuff. Like putting her with a green floodlight and him with a purple light. I just think it looks pretty cool. And the skeleton obviously changing colors, doing what he does. But we will get more. I like to use over here, I like to do blues, purples, stuff like that. You know, we'll put a red and some whites on certain props, but usually it's just blue and purple, just to kind of give it that really creepy vibe. On certain nights out here, I do plan on having the fog machine running. And over here as well, once I get to hopefully the next phase of this build, which is going to be a huge build, if it happens, guys. This is going to be a huge project that's going to sit right here if I get to it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. If I scale it down and make it smaller, it's definitely going to happen. So I might scale it down and just make it really small, just to be able to make it happen this year. It's something I've wanted to do for about 2 years now. Same with making a facade for the front of the house. I haven't got to that yet either. but I'm just pumped that it's spooky season already. Like, I can't believe it. We're already a few days into September and we're already setting up. I've already got this much set up. I cannot believe it. This is awesome. But I have a lot of really cool ideas in store, a lot of cool setup stuff that I'm going to be trying to do this year. We're going to change it up a little bit, but I think the addition of the creepy graveyard fence over there is a solid addition. And we got it on both sides now, so we have the creepy graveyard. The storage part of it, I don't know where I'm going to store it all. Probably just lay it all against the garage when I'm done. But I am so pumped to be getting started on this super early, might add. Really early we're adding on to this and getting it set up. But we are going to go ahead and call it a night. I hope you guys like and subscribe and follow along for the daily updates of this whole build. Follow me along and watch the whole haunt progression go as we continue on all the way to Halloween. This build will then come down in November, so this whole display is going to be up and running the entire time, and I can't wait to see the kids on trick or treat this year. I can't wait for everyone to stop by and check everything out. It's going to be extremely fun. I'm ready for spooky season this year. I'm ready to work at the professional haunted house that I work at. I'm just ready to be indulged in Halloween. So like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments down below what you guys think of this setup so far. It has begun.
When they swing open the gates of hell,